we've got more Kang casting. And this is one that we have discussed before. Who we'd like to see play Kang. John David Washington, the son of Denzel Washington. He is now being talked about at Marvel. He is, in the conversation of Kangs, let's say. Obviously, that's coming with our Coleman Domingos as well. John David Washington now is in the conversation. What would you think of John David Washington as Kang?
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to say this. I love Jonathan Majors as Kang.
Yes.
He was the best part in Quantumania, even though I strongly disagree with you. I don't think Quantumania is a good film at all.
I don't think it's a good film, but I think it's better than the Marvels.
I'd say it's probably on par with it, movie-wise.
And I like
story-wise.
I like the second half of Quantumania more than the first half.
Yeah. I like the characters more. I like Kang. I like obviously. I
Paul Rudd, aren't we?
Yeah. That's the only thing I like from that film. And the Marvels, I guess I kind of liked. I didn't mind that film. I'm not saying it's good by any means, but it's not like the worst thing I've ever seen. I've seen far worse. But yeah, the Quantumania is, for Kang at least, I enjoyed that. And obviously in Loki, the end of season 1, I enjoyed Kang, Jonathan Majors as Kang as that. He was able to, obviously in season 2, he was able to show a bit of, diversity with the how he plays Kang.
Yeah,
really good.
He managed to be more terrifying in a voice recording in Loki than he actually managed to be in the entirety of Quantumania. And I thought his performance in Quantumania was good, and it was the only good part about Quantumania. But that voice recording, there's something so chilling about it.
Yeah, I'm going to say this. I think because we haven't really seen a scary, very, scary-esque version of Kang yet on screen, really. Obviously, we had he was a bit moany, it was like, I'm Kang, blah, blah, blah. He was more of just anger, to be honest, rather than just, I'm superior. I am, conqueror kind
I like that take, though, that this is nothing to me. I'm better than you. What are you going to do to me? Like, when he looks at Janet and she's like, what are you going to do when you get out of here? And he's just like, win. Because he's so confident in himself. And I think that in turn is what can make him scary.
See, I think that because we haven't seen that very sort of just calm and collective, cold and calculated, if you will, that type of scariness to the character yet. And I think, John David Washington, he could definitely bring that to the role. I'm just visualizing him in my head now, and I can see him just being really sort of. He doesn't have to try be intimidating. He's just fucking scary because he's not saying much, and he knows what he's doing, kind of thing, and he's not getting angry and stuff and showing emotion. He's just kind of. I feel like that's the type of Kang he can bring.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Sorry, I had a pause there. I thought you were going to say something.
Yeah, no, John David Washington, for me, I think he's a great pick as well. What I think they should do now is, get all these people who have been rumoured to play Kang, and instead of doing what they did in the first place and putting all the chips on one Kang, like Jonathan Majors, variants can be different. We've seen that with Spider-Man. We've seen it with Loki. Variants don't have to all look the same. Maybe we can have some John David Washington Kangs. Maybe we can have some Coleman Domingo Kangs. Lakeith Stanfield, that's another one I think he'd be a great pick. Some Lakeith Stanfield Kangs. And, most importantly, Kyle, what you want, some Ryan Gosling Kangs.
I saw a post today. They were who do you want to play as Miles Morales? And I had all these great,
He sent me it.
Yeah. And Ryan Gosling was one of the picks, and he had the most votes.
It's 62% as I speak to someone at work, and I went, I love democracy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's fine for him to come in or these other actors to come in and play the role. It adds a bit more to it, and it doesn't, it can, I think it can bring back that fear of the character that was a little bit lacking, and because it were like Kang was in it, but he just didn't feel threatening, and he can come back so many times, and he's just, I feel like the way they did Kang is he's more of an annoyance than anything. He's a
that
character that just,
pesky time traveler's back at it again.
yeah, like, oh, fuck's sake, Kang of the week, you know. So hopefully they can change that up and they can actually make Kang scary. Because if they're following through and they're wanting to do the story with Kang, they really need to up the game with making that.
Well,
Uh,
what I'm
yeah,
starting to think of now is why Marvel started changing everything. Is like they probably only thought of their end point first, and there's like, yeah, because they've just come off Endgame. It's like, yeah, we can do this and do this at the end, and they've probably got a solid ending point, like a really good one. They thought of the ending first, and they've struggled to, fill in the gaps in between now. I think that's what it is. They know where they want to go. It's just they've struggled to get there, and they've taken a few missteps along the way.
I just blame the Bob that
Bob
you
Chapek.
know. Yeah,
Well, yeah, no, definitely taking all the creative power away from Kevin Feige, putting people who aren't creatives in charge of the creatives was dumb. And, like, who was Kevin Feige supposed to go to then? Because when Ike Perlmutter was in charge of Marvel, Kevin Feige went above him and went to Bob Iger and was like, I'm not working for him anymore. I go, or he goes. And they went, alright, bye, Ike Perlmutter. So, yeah.
I'm like I said, I hope the Kang stuff is, I hope they can redeem this character as well, and really just do something really spectacular with the character.
Yeah. No, and that's what I'm hoping for it as well. I'm just thinking they must have already planned out the ending before the actual journey itself to get there in the story. Because think about it. Usually they've lost the main actor for Kang. It's like, oh, fuck. We've heard, do they get rid of him? They're clearly sticking with him for a reason. They've clearly got something good planned because they've already done that overhaul. They've already looked at everything they're doing. Look, people will say, yeah, but they said that before the Marvels came out. There was nothing they could do to fix the Marvels. But they've looked at everything. We're not going to see the results of this until next year. Obviously, we've got Deadpool 3 coming out. I don't want to say that's guaranteed to be great, but if you could put money on a Marvel film being great.
Can I just say as well, I'm sick and tired of seeing all these Deadpool leaks. Like, I'm just having all these fun surprises spoiled for me, and it really sucks. Like, if you're into spoilers and stuff like that, fair enough, go for it. But just please don't share them. I know I'm only getting to like a small bunch of people here, but it's just avoid them. You know what I mean? And please don't comment in them. Please don't spoil it in our videos because we like to, you'll just ruin it for other people as well. So, just saying.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, throw kind of beans, you fucking head.
Wow, getting violent, are we, Kyle? That's.
I'll give you some beans.
Oh, wow. I've lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? It's important. Everything I say is important.
Should learn to write.
I can't.
That's what I'm saying. You should learn.
Yeah, I was gonna address the audience directly. No, I can't remember. That's what you get. I'll get it at the last topic, and I'll go, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So yeah. What's his name again? John David Washington as Kang. Great pick.
You're just losing your mind.
I've been awake since R4. John David Washington as Kang. Great pick. Obviously, he was great in BlacKkKlansman. Tenet. He was alright in Tenet, and his performance in The Creator I thought was actually pretty good. And that's a film, it's been teasing me on Disney Plus lately, because I'm very conflicted with that film. It's been teasing me, and I'm just like, I'm going to go back and watch it again.
I just can't watch it because it's so painful to know that like this visually stunning and great casted film is just fucking shit. Like story wise, it's just horrendous.
That's it. I'm so conflicted about it, because I got up and I said to you and Wayne, I says, I don't know how I feel about it. And you and Wayne both went, it's shit.
I mean, it was pretty bad.
But yeah. Right.
You know.
Anyway, next topic.